House GOP leaders are having serious problems finding the votes for Speaker Paul Ryan's amnesty plan, the so-called compromise legislation that will be voted on alongside a bill from House Judiciary Committee Chairman Representative Bob Goodlatte, RVA, on Thursday. Their struggle comes after President Donald Trump, while endorsing both pieces of legislation in a winding speech to members Tuesday evening, did not make a hard sell for either bill, just backed both of them, leaving leadership scrambling as House Majority Whip Steve Scalise hit the ground running late Tuesday to gauge support in the conference for the bills. Trump is walking a tightrope here on immigration policy. If he goes too hard against the amnesty plans, he risks dividing the GOP and losing moderates ahead of an all-important midterm election. If he goes too hard for the amnesty plans, he risks similarly dividing the party by losing his base voters and, as Fox Business host Lou Dobbs says, losing 50 seats in the midterm elections. Fires like these forge presidencies or incinerate them, and how Trump handles the next 72 hours could very well determine if he is impeached by a potentially Democrat-controlled House in the next Congress or if he is re-elected in 2020. Fueling this fire that could make or break his tenure in the White House is a media and Hollywood-driven emotional crisis along the border regarding the enforcement of immigration law, so illegal alien families are no longer caught and released as family units when coming into the country. Trump on Wednesday afternoon signed an executive order that families be kept together in detention centers, rather than released together or separated into different child centers and adult facilities as the current administration's zero-tolerance policy has it. Fast forward to September 2017 and all of a sudden Trump, in his first year as president, has ended DACA. When he did, he gave Congress a 6-month timeline to develop a legislative replacement. Congress failed to hit that March 6 deadline. Now, thanks to chicanery that some members believe was instigated by Ryan himself, the debate is raging again and faces critical votes on Thursday. Trump did support the bill, for what it's worth, but not strongly. In his hour-long address to members of the House GOP conference, the president talked about fighter jets, mocked Representative Mark Sanford, RSC, for losing his primary, trade policy, the military, tax and regulatory cuts, and opioid legislation. The problem for the pro-Ryan amnesty plan forces is that Trump was not explicit in saying members must vote for the Ryan bill and the Goodlatte bill. He just said he supports both, which provides everyone with enough wiggle room to vote however they would like and still support the president. They can vote against both bills, and say they love Trump's campaign commentary. They can vote for Goodlatte but oppose the leadership bill. Or they can vote for both. But having that openness and that wiggle room makes it extraordinarily difficult for somebody like Scalise, the whip, to whip votes for this because members are not feeling real pressure from Trump or the White House and seemingly on purpose to do it. Reinforcements are on the way for Trump's vision for the GOP, as candidates like Katie Arrington and Dr. Mark Harris, much more pro-Trump, both of them, than the House incumbents they defeated in primaries, replace never-Trump or establishment members like Reps. Mark Sanford, RSC, and Robert Pittenger, RNC. A slew of new candidates is rising up in Trump's image in places like Minnesota, where Trump is rallying Wednesday evening, in Duluth, Nevada, Indiana, West Virginia, Ohio, Florida, throughout the South, out West, and across the Rust Belt and Heartland as well.